Hello, welcome. This is Pat with Racket Stringing Tips, and today's episode is going to be covering racket stringing memberships. So, this is something I've kind of been thinking a little bit about lately, and I kind of wanted just to share kind of some of the ideas of how it might work, maybe some of the benefits to both your clients and to the racket stringer. And so, kind of what I'm actually talking about is, let me get my screen up here. Racket string, I call it racket stringing as a service. So think of like software, right? Nowadays, most of the software that we use is a monthly service fee. So whether we use it a little bit, whether we use it a lot, whether we don't use it at all, we're paying a monthly service. And if we stop paying, then we lose whatever files that we might have, or we don't have access to those files anymore. So then you have to download them, then you have to figure out what to do with them. And I know personally, I use several software that is software as a service, right? And so if we think of this idea around racket stringing and just kind of maybe just see if this would be a model that would work. And so that's why I just kind of called it racket stringing as a service. Um, so sorry, the slides get messed up because I put them in another program in it and then I imported here. And for some reason, it doesn't import right. So we're just going to go with it. Stringing service membership. So the benefits or the way that it would work is you would have unlimited stringing for the month. And it would be, I mean, there's two ways you could do it. You could do it for a customer bringing all of the rackets in and you just charge them $50. Now that I probably wouldn't recommend, but for one specific racket. So a customer can bring in bring in their racket. You would string it. They might come back in a couple weeks, restring it again. Now, this is only for the labor part. There would be an additional string cost. So I actually found a company that would do that, and I'll go into that next. But so how much would you charge for that? Would you charge $50, $75? What would it be worth? And I think part of that is going to be based on how much you currently charge for your stringing. And I think this would also be an opportunity for you to upsell or maybe change your pricing model. As an example, let's say right now you charge, let's say you charge $20. You could say to your clients, I'm raising my rate. I'm going to $27 or I'm going to $30 to try to keep up with the market because that's what the market is maybe um, able to handle. And but what I'll do is I have a new service I'm also offering is a racket stringing membership, and so for $50. You can get unlimited for the month. You can pay month at a time, ahead of time, or you could pay for 6 months. And that way they're locked into that $50 rate and they're going to, be coming to you maybe once, twice, three times, whatever it is, but it's only for that one racket. And, you could put a barcode or you could put some kind of identifying things on the racket so it's that racket coming in. So, that's kind of how I think I would structure it. And then you say, well, and because normally the price is $30. So really, if they're going, wow, I could maybe get two rackets, and it would save me money. And so they're actually, it's a good a benefits package for them, right? And so I found online, Ditem has a website where they sell strings directly. It's in Florida. And this is what I know it's probably kind of hard to read. They charge $50 unlimited for the month. It didn't mention whether it's for one racket or you can bring in as many rackets as you want. And they actually include Ditem strings with that. I mean, they're the ones that obviously it's the company that has the strings. So markets the string. So, the cost to them is minimal. But if you bring other strings to them, then it would be the labor and whatever the strings are. So, of course, another benefit of that would be, you have your strings that you sell, you have a labor cost, and you have your strings and that cost. And of course, you've added 10, 15, 20% on top of the cost to the string, right? So that you're making a little bit of a profit on the string as well. And so then what you would do is you would, um, every time they come in and bring a racket, even though they're not paying for the labor because it's all under that subscription, you would be able to charge them for that string. So you're actually making some extra revenue from that because, it's just, the benefit to them there. And so I actually have a bunch of benefits written down here as well. It's kind of hard to see. I'm going to go ahead and put the information in the description so that way you can have the whole description of all of the things I'm noting. But so first of all, what are the benefits to the client? Well, they're going to get consistent expenditure. They can predict their monthly stringing costs. Convenience. It eliminates the need to make individual payments every time they go in. So it could be just, they pay for a month, they just bring it in and it's set. Well, of course, there's the string price. So that is a little bit additional. But, if there's somebody that normally brings their own strings in, then it's just kind of like labor fee, no big deal. Regular maintenance ensures that the rackets are always going to be optimal condition, right? Especially if you're using polyester strings that lose a lot of tension, they can keep that optimal. So, this might be something for, it might appeal to a variety of customers, maybe not your weekend warriors as much as maybe your competitive college players or your club players. You could just try it out with different markets. Improved performance. Regular restrung rackets are going to maybe help them perform better on the court. Increased durability. Frequent checks on maintenance can extend the life of the racket as well because it's going to be maintained better. Time savings reduces the hassle of scheduling each service. They can just kind of set that up if they want. And value for the money. Typically, if they use it, they could actually get a benefit from it. But we know a lot of those services, we don't always use them all. And so it could potentially offset. You could run something like this for 6 months and see if it becomes something that works for you. Priority service, the subscribers can receive faster or prioritize service. So that could be a benefit you could add to it. Say, hey, sign up for this, and then I will put your racket priority service when it comes in. You can also offer possibly some exclusive discounts. And so by doing that, it accesses, special offers on strings, grips, and accessories, or something special that you might have in the store that based on, what else you offer, or, as a part-time stringer, you might have some, maybe add a grip replacement into that or something else. Flexibility. Some people, you could roll it over into the next month. I probably wouldn't do that. I would just say, it ends at the end of the month and so forth. And you can allow for tailored string types and tensions to player styles. You have a little bit of better understanding of that. It's just you can really maybe focus on, this is your core clients that, they're like your VIP clients. And so, the first time you set them up with this program, you can maybe sit down and really get their preference of what, their playing style, and kind of really fine tune the strings to their racket needs and all that kind of thing. So what are the benefits to the stringers? Steady revenue stream, predictable income each month. So that way you have a certain amount of money coming in each month. Customer loyalty, they're going to, that encourages kind of a long-term relationship with the customers, increasing customer retention, because they're going to obviously go to you because they're kind of locked into that, right? If, you can also try, like, they could try it for a month. You could do a 6 month and maybe give them a little bit of a discount, maybe not, or do a year program where maybe you get some discount with that as well. They could prepay all that. Increase foot traffic, regular visits to the stringing. When you're in the shop, maybe oh yeah, I need to pick this up. Oh, I need to get another can of balls. Now, if you're a home stringer, then of course that might be a little bit different. You can figure out some other types of benefits maybe that you can provide as well with some of the other services that you have. Efficient scheduling, you can kind of schedule them in, reduce marketing cost, because you're not maybe having to um, provide other marketing materials out, because you've got your customer base set. Opportunities for upselling, talked about that a little bit, but so those are all opportunities for the stringers to possibly benefit from offering a service like this. So it was just something I just was thinking about recently, like, yeah, I think this could work. And then I found Item and how they did theirs, with the $50 monthly fee and so forth. And it could potentially end up being beneficial for certain markets and certain types of players. So I don't know. Let me know. What do you think about this idea? Is this something that you've seen before, something that you're thinking about trying, or that you have tried, or something that you do currently use, or if you've ever used a service like that? Please leave that in the comments, and I will go ahead and put all that information that I just talked about that you probably couldn't see on that small slide. I will go ahead and leave that in the description of this video. And again, thanks for watching. And I encourage you, if you like this kind of material and you want to go further in depth with this or anything else related to stringing tips, getting better at your craft, leveling up, go ahead and check into my community that I just started recently. I'll leave a link for that down in the description as well. All right, have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video.